All right, welcome everyone. Good morning. This is Dan here at Dan Scott Traders Hub. As usual, I'm welcoming you everyone to join. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Share the link to as many people as you can, and let's grow the community together. As usual, you know how we do this. You know the drill. How we do go on with our day. We start, of course, as usual, with Crash 500. So I'll be going into Crash 500 in a few. The rest of the people who have joined, they will find us already on the way, already analyzing. So share to as many as you can. Let's do this. Let's analyze. Let's look into these charts. Let's look into these charts. Let's look into these charts. All right, so we are heading over to Crash 500 as usual. So we'll start from Crash 500. Let's look at what happened. So from my end here, clearly I see it came to where we anticipated yesterday at that order block there. Immediately after reaching that order block, we saw that reversal started. Like I told you, it had to respect this very move. For those who remember, I told you it had to respect this very move there, and immediately you can see that it broke out and respected the move. And so if you entered sales, you made money there. If you entered buys, sorry for you, you read it wrong. It followed the analysis how we gave it on yesterday's episode. If you missed yesterday's episode, you can still go ahead and check it out after this session if you want to follow up with us exactly how we've been following. Yesterday's episode was episode number 23, so you can be able to check it out when you go to the channel. So for now, let's check what are we on. This is Crash 500. So just looking for sales, because that was an expanding descending triangle. So and most of the times if a descending triangle is found in between a trend or at the top of the trend, you anticipate sales. That's what you anticipate, and here it is in the middle of the trend. We still see some bit of momentum for the sales, so that's why we are still looking for sales. So on this very trend that we are on, on this very structure that you can see, according to CCI, it broke through that consolidation area and now it has returned back. So that is a retest. Most of the times you're looking for sort of something like that. You want to, if you see something like that, you want to put your fib. You want to put your fib around that level. That is a high that gave us this low. So if you put your fib, what you're looking for is this area here. You're looking for either that order block which it reached, and also you're looking for a fair value gap like that which also it reached. So after seeing something like this, now you want to go ahead and go into lower time frame wait for price to come again below 10 MA on H4. So if price doesn't come to 10 MA H4, now you can go ahead, first go to H4. We are looking for sales in H4. Daily, we are looking for buys. Yes, on a daily time frame, we are looking for buys. So this was just a liquidity grab here. It means we still have a strong momentum for buys. So that changes everything. That changes everything. That changes everything. That changes what we are looking for here on H4 to go ahead and actually follow what we can see on H1. Why are we going to follow H1? We're going to follow H1 because of the daily time frame. Daily time frame, we are still looking for buys. Why are we looking for buys on daily time frame? This momentum there, I mean this liquidity up there, it's a reason why. It's a reason why. We've been praying around that area, that resistance level, for so long, all the way from this level here. We've been on that resistance level, holding up to now. Up to now, it's still holding up that level there. So we're waiting for the breakout. We're waiting for the breakout, and once the breakout happens, we are looking at getting to that area there. That area, that's a daily order block, to grab that liquidity before we can head over to sales. Before we can head over to sales. But on the other hand, remember this was a falling wedge. On the other hand, that was a falling wedge on the weekly time frame. This is the move that gave us, that put us into that consolidation. So on the other hand, don't be surprised when actually buys continue on the weekly till we reach that area there. Because most of the times, 90% chances, market respects this falling wedge, respects the structure of such a kind, and goes for this very exact P would be. But for now, we can head over to lower time frame. Looking at daily, we can now start to look for some buys. Now these buys are going to be tricky ones. They are going to be tricky ones because we are sort of consolidating. Let me go to M15 and look at what we have here. If I go to M15, I will draw my support resistance there. I mean support trend line there. Once I have it, then I can see something here. I can see something here. Price is going to be in that expanding symmetrical triangle. That's what price will be doing for now. That's what I may say. But if price breaks that resistance, I mean that fair value gap here, then we can continue seeing movement going all the way up there, and of course again coming down. So we wait for whatever it gives us right here. We wait for what we see on the chart. Whatever market presents to us is what we follow. And already you can see the price had already given us a price above our MA, but there's going to be a retest there's always a retest. Always market gives retests. So you want to make your buy entries when price retests back to such a level. It's a fair value gap, and at the same time it has some amount of this order block here. It is occupying some amount of that order block. So either you will see it come back to that fair value gap or to this order block. So we wait for whatever it gives us. I want to stay with my OB there, my fair value gap, and I wait for that retest for me to make an entry. Let me leave it there. I don't know where this is going to stop at, but I believe it may first come to that OB there and then come down here. So I will wait for this. I will wait for that to happen for me to make my entries. If it doesn't happen, I have no entries at this level. I will wait, but most of the times it happens. Most of the times, so that's why I have it there. Hope we are all good. Welcome Gabster, welcome Robina, welcome Henry. That should be Eunice, and Gabster, that should be Rachel. Yes, I believe so. So now let's head over to another asset, which is Boom 1000. So Boom 1000, let's look at it in detail. Right here, yeah, I was waiting for this, but I remember telling you that don't be surprised if you see a manipulation first there. Yes. Oh, and that's what happened. There's that, it first went there. That's why you see this, and the falling wedge, it had to first respect it. So it first respected the falling wedge there, and then later on started to fall. Look at that. Up to now it's still moving. Now our entry, we wanted to enter when it breaks that level there, this level here. So we missed all that, but it's okay, and we may get another entry here. So how are we going to make an entry here? Let's look at H4. H4, it's selling steadily, very steadily. Wow. This, do you know what this means? This is a lot of money. All the way from that, these are 4 candles each. 4 hours each candle there. So that's a lot of money that we somehow missed. Let's see where we would have entered from. Wow. We would have entered on H1 on that retest. But still I would not have entered because I had already established this line here as my entry point. So still I would not have entered. Yes. But then let's go to daily and understand what is happening. Okay. A pullback is still on. We are looking for the pullback to grab liquidity in discount. That's why you see my arrows there. That is the pullback to grab liquidity on that level there. According to daily, it's a pullback. Later on, we continue buying. Weekly, we are buying. So this is a pullback on daily back to this level here. Grab liquidity and head over to buys and head over to uptrend. So that's what we'll be looking for. And right here, according to H4, yeah, it has started steadily, though I have no entry I will only get an entry. Okay, on M15 it had given me that to make my entries, but now I will wait for it to actually see a confirmation on CCI2. So I will wait a confirmation for CCI when it is around that area, and of course that area will mean that also on H1 I'll be having some pullback, or on H4. So that will, right now I have no entry. I can't tell anyone to enter, because what I see on CCI, you may enter your sales like this, and then you face it rough when price breaks, comes back to that level. According to H1, we are still selling steadily because we are heading over to oversold. So you may grab some money, but I don't want you to risk it just because you want to grab that money. And according to H4, that was a breakout after consolidation. It has been consolidating for that whole time, this whole time. So that was a breakout from the ranging area, from the ranging level there. So what we anticipate is a pullback, a retest, and then a retest, then we'll continue selling on H4. Same thing on daily. So I will be waiting for that retest. I will be waiting for that retest for me to enter. This is Boom 1000. It's a big asset. It doesn't rush into making an entry here, because you may have a wrong entry, and that wrong entry will cause you problems when you grow the account before you know it. Right, so I will leave that at that. I will leave it at let me see, at H1 probably. Yeah, let me leave it at H1. We'll come back to it later on before we finish today's episode. So now let's head over to Boom 500. Boom 500. Boom 500. So Boom 500, it has missed my sell limit there. Let me go to H1 and show you. That's where I had put my sell limit. Why did I put my sell limit there? It's where I had anticipated. Those who remember, I told you that I can't enter the sell because I had not gotten a retest. I missed that retest on H1, so I couldn't enter the sell after breaking out of that rising wedge, or call it a flag on daily. So I missed that opportunity to sell, but now it has come back to that level. It has made the retest, and from where I see, it has reached that level where I was waiting for it. Now the only issue now is it hasn't activated my limits yet. It hasn't activated my limits yet, and according to H4, we may not come back. Of course, we will come back for a pullback, but we sort of have started a buy trend according to H4, although we are still selling on daily. So that can only tell you that we still have some momentum of buys because of what we've seen on H4 and on H1. So what do? I wait. I may even pull this level here, may even put it all the way up there, and wait and see what will happen. So if price goes back up there, I'll be ready to move out of these trades, these two trades, the sales. But if price goes below my 10 MA on H1, then I will start to look for my entries to sell immediately. I will not have any second thoughts. I'll be looking for sales once price gets below 10 MA on H1. I will not even wait for H4. I will wait for H1. Price goes below my 10 MA, and immediately I will be entering my sales. In fact, there is even another opportunity there. If price breaks that level, I'll be entering my sales. Why do I have to do that? Let me show you in a moment. We've been breaking structure like so, according to M15, breaking structure like so. But now when we made this higher high here and retested on the breaker block, we didn't break structure there. We didn't. We maintained our previous high, the previous high on into sales, and I will be ready for when price breaks that level there. Then the sales will be confirmed. The sales will be confirmed. Why do I have to wait for all the way here? This is the low that gave me my previous high. This is my previous high. So this low is the one that gave me that higher high. So until it is broken, I cannot confirm that we have sales on M15. We are changing structure to downtrend. So it will be confirmed when we break this very low. So having explained that, I want to leave this at this level where it is until I see something. Actually, I may leave it at H1 until I see something significant. The TP, just how I had showed you, it has been reached. Those who remember, yesterday it didn't do what I wanted, so, and I didn't come back to check, so I never entered at all. This is my trade history. I had entered that sell, it was selling, but then I had my stop loss there. It didn't sell all the way back here so that I can make my entries for the buy, so it took me out while I was offline. So yeah, I missed that opportunity to make the buys there. So but if anyone entered, congrats, you hit TP. If you held that all the way to that level there, you made money. You made money. Congrats on that. Let's now head over to volatility 10-1S. Volatility 10-1S. Volatility 10-1S. Volatility 10-1S. So on volatility 10-1S, we're having that falling wedge, and strictly I told you we will be waiting for price to reach that level. At least when it gets to 50%, we'll start to look for buys. And last night I think I had put my buy limit. Was it a buy limit or I entered? I don't remember. I put it there, and right now I'm in floating losses because I have that entry there overbuy. I'm looking at making my TP all the way up there. Let me put it even there. That's a TP there. But on the other hand, there's a possibility of another manipulation to come and tap on this very order block before we can see it continue to the uptrend there. So anything is possible. For now, I would say wait for the breakout of this falling wedge. Wait for the breakout. In fact, I can draw it now like this. Yeah, I can draw it like that. Yeah, wait for the breakout. Then you make your entries. Wait for that breakout before you can make entries. But there's a possibility of this price to first come down below here. That's why you see me, I have my buy limit also there. I have my buy limit also there. There's another, there are other ones here, but it's not going to reach this level. It's not going to reach that level. I'm not seeing it reaching that level, so I would actually delete them. For now. So all I want is this and that one that I've already entered in. So I'll make another entry when it makes a pullback to this level. If it fails, then I will continue with one entry all the way up there. So that is V10 1S. Heading over to H1, you can clearly see that somehow you may have an entry for sales to bring you to the lower time frame here. I mean to the lower trend line down below here. So if we have that, we can now go to H. We can go to M15 and look at what we have. Price has gone below 10 MA. Not significant. This is not significant. It's not matching with what I have on CCI, so I need another confirmation for me to enter the sell. So I would wait. The other confirmation would be it's close to this, but it didn't touch it, and it touched these other 3 points. So for me to make my entry, I need it to first touch it. So that's a confirmation I would wait for, so I won't make any mistake here. Although we can see it had given us that. It's not worth a risk, so I would rather leave it and first wait for price to reach that level there. Yeah, let me wait for it to reach that level, then we can see if we have sales or not. If we are continuing the buys, then the better, because that's what we are waiting for. We are waiting for the buys to take us all the way up there. So that is V10 1S. It's a no-go, and that leads us to go to V75. Now V75, we've been following it since Monday. That's how we've been following it since Monday. It activated the buy limit that was below here because it had already activated. There are two buy limits. One was that one, which was activated and took me out there. My SLs were in profits already. Then it later came down, activated this, and also came down below, activated this one also. So currently there are two buy positions in this asset, and it has given us this kind of support trend line there, and it is consolidating as it is moving in an uptrend. So one position is in profits, the other one with this one is in floating losses. Yeah, that is what we can clearly see. What do we do now? H4, it's a clear. Did it give us a confirmation? Yes, I told you guys that you can enter when price breaks that level, those who remember. So if you made your entry, you should be in profits. you should have even closed, because this was enough money for you. Those three H4 candles was enough for you. But then it has retested, it has come back again. It has come back again, so we may get another entry just here, and let's just give it some time. We may get another entry here to push us all the way up, this time with enough momentum. This time we may probably see enough momentum not to keep within this kind of movement that it is giving us. So we will wait for that. H1, let's look at that. Let's confirm if we've reached. Yeah, I think we've reached according to H1. This is the low that gave us that high, because it broke structure here, end of level here. It's a confirmation that somehow, no, just one more candle or two. So yeah, we wait for that. Yeah, we wait for that. I can't enter now. It hasn't gone half of this level here. It has to come to half, at least half, or even exceed it and come back to this neckline or this entry level that I had given you guys. So it's a no-go for me now until I see something like coming all the way here, or coming at least in the middle of this order block. So I will delete that and wait for that to happen. All right. Although if you are on H1, you will clearly see that it has gone halfway of that order block. So we may fail to enter yet on H1. It is a clear entry. So what do? I will come back to M15. Once price goes above my 10 MA, yes, if price goes above my 10 MA, then I will make my entries. Let me look at M5. M5, it's clearly confirming that yeah, we are heading there. Of course, M1, it's already showing that the buy has already started. The buy has already started. So I will wait for M15, I believe. Yeah, I will wait for M15 to confirm when price goes above 10 MA. Yeah, that's what I will wait for. All right, so that was volatility 75 for us there. We are looking for buys. Let that be noted that we are looking for buys. Now we are looking for buys. So let's head over now to V51S. V51S. Okay. I'm getting a comment here saying, proposing, that is from Rubina, proposing we analyze volatility 150, 1S. Okay, that is possible, but that means if we have to do that, that means we will remove one asset from these assets that we have here. We have to do that. So I'm going to make a poll on this after. I'm going to make it on YouTube. It's going to be in the community section immediately after I finish. For now, I want you guys to suggest at least how many assets do we normally look at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we normally look at 8 assets whenever we analyze. So I'm going to ask you guys to go ahead and suggest the assets you want us to analyze. 7, then we will pick I will pick 7 assets from you guys, and then we'll make a poll. The assets that have the most number of votes, they are the ones we'll go with. They have no problem to analyze. We will analyze them. Then you guys will pick your favorable assets that you want to trade. I always advise to always get around 3 assets that you follow religiously when you're trading. You know their ins and outs. You know when to wait. You know when to make an entry. You know everything about them because you've been following them closely. You have screenshots anyway. Let me leave that. All that is part of our mentorship class. Yeah, so that is it for you, Robina. You guys you suggest assets that you want me to start analyzing, and then we will analyze them, and then you guys can follow it up. So Huria says crash, we have reached at the area of our interest to sell on M15. Okay, let me check crash. Okay. Yeah, has reached that level and it has already started to show us signals of sales. Yeah, M5, we wait for M5 to be below 10. Let's look at M15. Yeah, now we wait for M5 to be below 10 MA. We can make a sell. We can make a sell. Remember, this is a pullback, so you have to be ready for anything. You have to make sure you'll have tight stop losses. In fact, let's wait for the close of this M15 candle. M15 candle should give us what we want. If this sell is going to continue, then it will give it to us exactly what we want, and even M5 will be below 10 MA, so we wait for that. We don't have an entry now, we just wait for a confirmation for our entry. All right, so we go back to Volatility 75. We had finished that, I think so. I had already explained that. We are waiting for an entry on M15 price to be above 10 MA. So V50, let's go to V50 and look at what happened. V50. V50, this is what, okay, it failed to respect this move. Rather, it went all the way up into buys. Now I want to understand why we had that order block, so it actually respected this than this, because it reacted from that very order block. So let's go to H4. Was it an ideal level for it to react to, or this is just a trick? So let's first remove the history and then look for our fib. Let's use our fib here and see. Yeah, it reached that level, it consolidated for so long, and the low momentum for sales can be seen by the wicks there of those candles, and that was enough for that reversal. So we missed that. That is our bad. I couldn't see I failed to see the candle structure there because of those wicks. There's low momentum, that's why we saw the consolidation, and hence reacting from that level. It was of course in our discount level, but not the discount level that we wanted. We wanted at least the one below there, below this level here. So it did give it to us. It rather reacted on that one only and went straight out to the level. We can see it actually even touched this level here, this order block. You can see that it touched that level there. It touched that level, just a bit touched that level, and then went ahead into the buys. So we can now delete these buy limits. They are no longer necessary because they are not going to be activated anytime soon. So now I can head over to H1, delete this fib, delete this pattern. What is this? This is a daily order block, I think. I no longer need it. I no longer need it. Delete everything here that is not necessary to make the chart clean. So now what is that? It's a weekly. No, we are done. We are done. We are now heading over into buys. I believe we are heading over into buys. So I can delete this also. And now the chart is somehow clean. Alright, head over to daily, look at daily. First go to H4, delete that, delete this. Now we know that we have that resistance up there. It's coming from where? Let's go to daily, look at that. Okay, so I want to understand where this is coming from. This is necessary. I can delete it. It was broken out, so now I can draw this last OB here as the what? As the point to actually consider. I have that there. Then I can now know what I'm dealing with on the daily. Alright, so we came back here. We started to go back. This was a return back to our weekly trend line there. We return to our weekly trend line, which makes us to start our buys. Now, how do I make an entry here? Daily. There's still some momentum for buys, for sales. There's still some momentum for sales. No, this is not going to work for me for now. So I have two options here for me to make a decision. If price breaks this level there, that's a resistance area. It's not yet a resistance area, it's a point, it's an order block. So once price breaks that level there, I will look for buys to take me there, to take me around that fair value gap on H4 there. If price on the other hand continues and breaks, let me go to H1. Yeah, still if price continues and breaks that level there, then I'll be looking for the sales that I was already looking for to return to this level, to return here to that fair value gap there. It's a minute to that order block. That's what I'll be looking for if price breaks this level. So as of now, I can't enter this asset at all because there's still a lot of issues with it that needs to be sorted out. So I can't make any entries at all. I can't make any entries at all. Even if I was to go on M15, everything is still a mess. Everything is still a mess. Of course, you say buys are still going, but these buys, if you go to H1, they are very short. They are very short. They are coming to this level, and until they break that level there, I have no buys, and I don't want to risk my entry just for a short buy like that. For a short buy like that, you're seeing it's a very short buy just to take me there. So I'll rather leave it alone to work out something significant. So I will leave this at H4 to give me what I want. Now that leads me to go to jump 25. Jump 25. Jump 25. So jump 25, it also refused to respect the structure. So that is some kind of manipulation I had not seen in a long time. That's some kind of manipulation I had not seen in a long time. That's some kind of manipulation. Wow. I had not seen in a long time. So right here, H4 and H1 all were pointing to sells, and we were waiting for sells when it breaks that level. Of course, it reached that level. That's where we said we wait for sells to, for price to first reach that level, then later on sell. But it refused to sell. So what did it do? Let's look at it. First delete all this. Can even delete this now. Delete that. Now we can this is some kind of manipulation I've never seen before. So I need to know why. But on the other hand, it was following the daily. Oh yes, now I know why. You remember we did this analysis when it reaches this level to first move up, grab liquidity that is on that order block. Actually, it's a fair value gap. Once it grabs it, then it moves into sells. Now, on this first level, this first move never reached that fair value gap. It actually stopped in between. On this other move there, it reached. That was when 28th. That was, I think, Monday. I don't know. 28th was when. That was on Monday. Yes, on Monday it reached that level there and started to sell. Let's go to H4. So this is when it started to sell, but it had left. It was. We all know that price. Price can't continue selling just like that. So it had to come and retest. So you may say this is a retest to take back those who were continuing to sell, the early sellers stop losses. So that was a retest there, and it is completed as we speak. That retest is completed as we speak. That retest is completed. According to H4, we should be going back into this sell. We should be coming for this sell. Now remember, we broke structure on the daily there. For the liquidity left back, we can't just stop from where we stopped there. We even didn't go to discount level. So that's why we are looking for this sell, just to give you an explanation of why we are looking for sells to come back and grab liquidity in the discount level. We have two. We have that discount level there and that level there. This is a fair value gap, that is an order block. So whichever it gives us first, we'll go with that. So that's, I want you to note that. So we have two, one on that order block, another one on this fair value gap. So you need to be ready for whatever it gives us. So heading back to H4, we sort of have started our sells. Now I want to confirm that in M15. Now if I confirm that in M15, I'm going to make my entry for sells. If I break this level here, I'll make my sell entries when I break this level. In fact, this is jump 25. In fact, I'm going to put my sell stop just below there, just below here. I'm going to put my sell stop there. When price reaches that level, I enter my sells to take me all the way down below to this level here. I'll be looking for sells all the way down below, but of course there are many TP levels. First is this one, first TP level is that, second TP level is that. Now I want to give you another option if price actually continues, because remember we had broken structure on daily. I want to give you another option if price actually is ready to continue for the buys, because it has already retested the breaker block there. So if it breaks this level here, it means we'll be looking for a new higher high. And most of the times, if it breaks this, now look at this. I want you to look at H4. When you look at H4, this is some kind of break of structure or change of character. Here we have our higher high there, so we can never say this is a break of structure. So it's a change of character from this. It failed to create a new low here, so it came here, broke this previous high here according to H4. So if this continues and breaks that high, this high here, then you want to wait for another retest for you to continue the buys. I hope we are together there. If this level here, if this level here is broken, if that level there is broken, then you want to wait for the breakout and then retest as usual. Never, that is the kind of way I trade. So I don't know how you trade, but that's how I trade. I always wait for the retest. So if I don't see a retest, I won't make my entries. I'll leave it to go until it decides to react and give me a retest. So that is it for now. Entries when price breaks out that level and retests, or on M15 when price breaks this level. I already have my sell stop there to activate my sells when price reaches that level there. Alright, that is it for jump 25. And now I'm heading over to jump 10. Now jump 10, oh, this is a mess. Let me first delete all this. This is a mess here. This is a mess. All right, at least there. So we literally see it giving to, according to no, this is according to daily. Yes, according to daily, the longer time frame is a buy trend. We are looking for buys according to daily and I think weekly. Yes, according to weekly, we are looking for that as a pullback to grab liquidity, then later on sell. but on the daily it's a strong buy signal. It's a strong buy signal, and currently where we are, we have sort of reached an area where we need more momentum for us to continue. So for us to get momentum, we have to first come grab liquidity on the one that was left back. So on H4 we see some kind of liquidity like this here, and there of course there is also this liquidity on that level there, on that fair value gap. So if all that is already left back, that's why we are going to trap that's where we're going to trap our momentum from. So for us to see any momentum in the buys, we will have to first come grab liquidity here, and then we can get momentum. A lot of buyers will enter on this level, and of course there is a lot of liquidity that will be left back here, because many would have put their buy limits, their sell, some will have their stop losses around those levels, those who are continuing to buy. So it's an area where there's a lot of liquidity to be grabbed. So we will wait for that. There are a lot of pending orders here, and that's liquidity to be put into market. So if they are activated, then we'll be seeing momentum to actually continue the buys and break out that level and continue, probably bring us to that fair value gap. So that's what we'll be looking for. So that's why I have my buy already in. Why did I enter a buy? Because price had already come to that level several times. That is some strong resistance level up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, refusing price to break through. That's the reason why it has to come and grab liquidity here. So the sales are on. You guys can wait and actually enter on the neckline there, because that is some kind of a head and shoulder that we can see there. This is a head, this is a left shoulder, right shoulder there. So we can, wait for it to actually break the neckline, and you make your entries. Your first TP will be this exact move. This will be the first TP. So that is your first TP here. That will be your first TP. In fact, let me put it there, and you will be around that much if you enter with a 0.5 lot size. That's a big lot size, some sort of big lot size. You can use a lower lot size than that depending on your account. So I want to leave jump time from where it is, and now we head over to the recap. Let me check some comments here. And jump acted so rebelliously to our setups, and I couldn't figure out why. Yeah, we have checked out that we have checked out. It was according to daily. We've checked that out. So now let's head over to Crash 500, and we analyze. We look at what it is now giving us. So, and that's the reason why I told you we wait. You can see that buys have sort of continued. Now if they've continued, then probably they're coming to either that fair value gap or the order block, so it's a no-go. That's why I always have to get confirmation first, and you can see the reason why price didn't go below our 10 MA on M5, and that was a no-go for us. So we wait for another level, another point of interest, which is the fair value gap or the order block on M15. So we wait for any of those, but probably it's going to go all the way. I can delete this. Probably it's going to go all the way to that order block because of what I see on CCI. So probably it's going to go all the way to that order block because of what I see on CCI here. So we wait for that. Whatever it gives us first, we will go with that. We have a fair value gap below that order block. It may not. We have that order block. If it misses the fair value gap, it will not miss the order block there, because we also have our resistance trend line up there that has to react, that price has to react to. So now that is bullish crash 500, no need to rush. As always, the booms will respect your stop losses. Boom 500, I'm still waiting. I have my, you can see now the way I had put my buy limits, my sell limits, they would have been activated where I had put them at first. So I had to do what? I had to adjust them to that level, because I still saw some more momentum on the buys. So I will wait until I see a confirmation on M15, and you can see it didn't break that level. So I will still wait for the confirmation there. V10, it is still consolidating, and I told you guys it's a no-go for you. I already entered my buy there, but it was somewhat of a mistake, so I will wait. I'll put my, like I said, there's a possibility of it coming and activating actually this other buy limit. Why? Because this is another level in discount if you go to daily time frame. So that is another level in discount that it may first want to grab liquidity from and then continue to the buys. Remember, according to H4 we are buying, so daily we are selling, but it has to first grab liquidity up there before it can continue selling. So we wait for that, and of course even day or weekly it's a strong sell. So either way we are looking for sales for now, then later on buy, then again sell according to weekly. That's how we will follow this kind of trend. V75, we've come back to our support trend line there. Like I told you that it will come actually in the middle here. So now anyone who wants to make an entry into buys can actually do it now. If you want to. But there's also a possibility of it actually giving us a fake breakout right back to this level here. So, but you can make an entry right here because it has come back to this order block, that M15 order block, but also that H1 order block there, which is a very significant level on H1. So you can make your entry here. Why do I say you can make your entry here? If you're using that as your low, you can see it is in discount there. Alright, so that is it for V75. Remember, we are taking it all the way up according to H4. We are looking for buys basically here. V50, it's no go because of what is happening. Until I see a breakout here or a breakout there, I have no interest in V50. Jump 25, we are waiting for a confirmation for our sales. When price breaks that level, we will enter our sales, and I've already put my sales stop right down below there. If it comes here, it will activate my sales immediately. So that is jump 25, because we have reached that point of interest, which is H1 order block there, and we wait for that to give us what we want. If it fails, then it will continue into the buys, because in the long run, our daily we are looking for buys, on H1 weekly level, weekly time frame, we are also looking for buys. So you have to be cautious of those two options. If it breaks that level, then the buys will continue. If it breaks the M15 level there, I'll be waiting for my buys. Even if the buys bring me to this level, it's good enough. I'll be having my profits, my enough profits already. So I will wait for whatever it gives me. That is jump 25. Jump 10, we are already in sales, but I've said you guys can wait and make your entry when price breaks this neckline, because we have a head and shoulder there to respect. If it respects it and breaks the neckline, then you have your entry. If it doesn't, then it will come here and take me out there. All right, that's it for now. Let me wish you guys a good day. Hopefully you had a great time with me here today, and I don't know how you guys want us to do it. I'll make a poll on the group, in our group, WhatsApp group, and also here on the chat on YouTube community for the assets, and you can comment as many assets as you can. The most common ones, they're the ones I'm going to make a list of all assets, most of assets. I'm not going to put high volatile assets like Volatility 25, 1S. Is it 1S or 25? The one which is volatile, and Volatility 50, 1S. Those ones I'm not going to put them up for now. They'll come. You can trade them independently. I'm looking at something that we all can trade. Jump 25s, if you go to lower time frames, if you use small lot sizes, they are not that big, so that's why I have them on the list. So I will just put a list of those assets as a poll, then you guys will select 7-8 of those assets, and now change everything, change the list of the assets we've been trading. We'll change the assets or we'll be trading. We normally trade 7, as you always see on our list. Don't mind about BTC and Drift Swift. Those are just independent assets I sometimes look at. For Drift Swift is something I look at if I'm looking at there are some things I've been doing, some weird entries I've been looking for, and I can't do them on assets like volatilities and booms. I do it on a Drift Swift index, because it is very low volatile, and so that's why I use it. Okay, so don't forget, tomorrow we'll be having a BTC analysis, and of course, as usual, remember that the November class is starting on Monday. November class, the November mentorship class is starting on Monday. If you have if you want to join, or if you know anyone who wants to join, let this information be given to them for their benefit. Otherwise, I want to wish you guys a good day. See you in the chats. Make sure to vote and do your poll, and the most